Hello, welcome to your practice. Today we are going to be working on upper back relief. So lately my upper back on the right side, that right shoulder blade has been bothering me. So today we're going to go through a few poses just for some upper back relief. So we're going to start down on our back. It's going to be a nice short little practice just when we need to get a little massage in that upper back area. So come down onto your back and we're going to hug the knees into the chest and just roll side to side, little rolling. So we get some movement in that upper back and shoulders. Maybe let your head go the same direction as the knees. So that can give us a little bit of massage up into the scalp and the neck area. So just kind of rolling side to side. Feel that back body. Take some big breaths here. And then we'll bring the knees to center. Use your abdominals. We're going to bring feet down to the mat. Let's bring hands to opposite shoulders, elbows crossed on top of the chest. We'll keep our knees bent, feet on the floor. This is going to work the mid-back and all the way into the upper back. So inhale. With your exhale, we're going to curl up towards the knees, and then we're going to roll side to side. Let your knees go the same direction as the shoulders, and then little by little, one vertebra at a time, we're going to start to lower down that mid-back and lower down the upper back. So just the weight of the body is giving a little massage into that upper back. Let those shoulders lower down. Eventually let your head be on the mat as you roll the tops of the shoulders down. So that whole upper back getting a nice little massage. The floor is our friend here. The floor is helping us bring some energy and blood flow into the muscles back there. And then let's bring everything to center. Bring the arms down by your side. We're going to take the arms out into a T position, palms up. Adjust the shoulders, adjust the hips. We're going to inhale. With your exhale, bring the hands straight up overhead and the palms will touch. And then inhale, nice and slow, open the arms out back into that T position. So exhale, hands come up, palms touch. Inhale, arms go out wide in a T position. So we can feel that right in the shoulder blade area, right in the mid-back area. Getting a little bit of movement. Those muscles can get really tight. Now, next time the hands are up, keep the hands up, and we're going to interlace the fingers, and your knuckles are pointing up towards the ceiling. Hands are still over the chest. And we're going to keep the arms straight and start to circle the arms as if you're keeping the arms straight and stirring with a big, long, handled spoon. And so these circles, make them as big or as small as they need to get into that area right in between the shoulder blades. And just take these nice slow breaths as you circle the hands up overhead. Let's take those circles in the opposite direction now. So if there's any area that's been bothering you in that upper back, just kind of bringing your awareness there, trying to send some breath there, trying to send some prana there. Our prana is our life force in yoga. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's called qi, and in yoga, we call it our prana. So sending that life force wherever the body needs some healing. Bring the hands to center. We're going to inhale, open the arms back out into a T position. Palms are up. And just hold here for a moment, a couple breaths. We're just letting the front of the body open and stretch. Now let's bend the elbows. And we're going to bring the hands up overhead into what we call cactus arms. So the wrists are in line with the shoulders. The wrists are in line with the elbows, and the elbows in line with the shoulders. And we're going to inhale, bring the hands up. Good, and then bring them all the way down so the palms are going to face the floor, right? And so we're just going to go nice and slow back and forth. Try to keep those elbows in line with the shoulders. Try not to let them drop. And so nice and slow, we bring the hands up by the head, the palms are up, and nice and slow, we bring the hands down so the palms are down by our side. Nice and slow, getting some movement, some shoulder rotation, movement in the upper back, fronts of the shoulders, backs of the shoulders. Next time the palms are facing up, good, then bring the arms down by your side. Great, let's bring knees into the chest, hug the knees. We'll roll side to side a couple more times. So getting that little massage in the upper back, that rolling massage. Bring the knees to center, use your abdominals, feet come down to the mat. Roll over onto your side, and then use your arms, come up nice and slow, all the way up to hands and knees, table pose. So we'll have wrists under our shoulders and knees under our hips. Fingers are spread nice and wide, and index fingers are parallel to each other. We're gonna go into our cat breath. So we'll exhale, round the spine up. Inhale, arch, slide those shoulders back, let the neck get long. Exhale, round up as high as you can, and inhale, arch. So nice and slow with breath. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching. Now bring a little free-form movement. So move the body any way it might like to move. You might want to lean back and forward, or shift side to side, or bend one elbow, bend the other, or bend both. So any kind of little free-form movement. Let the neck relax, let the neck go. Good. And then we're going to shift back in child's pose. Just a couple breaths. Stack the hands on top of each other. Rest your forehead on the hands. Let that upper back spread out. That place in between the shoulder blades, let it spread out. Breathe into the low back. Breathe into the ribs. Breathe into the shoulders. Couple breaths. Letting that whole back body get a little stretch. Let those muscles soften and relax. Good. And we're going to come all the way down onto our belly for a variation of Cobra pose. So come all the way down onto the belly. Arms are going to come out to your side in a T position. And then you're going to slide the hands in. Your elbows will be pointing up towards the ceiling. And just your fingertips are pressing into the floor. Your hands kind of tint up from there. So elbows are up and elbows are moving forward. So elbows aren't back down towards your hips. They're kind of moving forward towards the front of the mat. The forehead's down on the mat. Firm up your legs just a little bit. Press your pubic bone into the floor. And as you press your fingertips, you're going to inhale and lift up into a cobra. So this is called chisel cobra. So it works the chest a little bit differently, and it works that upper back a little bit. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the legs a little bit firm. Fingertips press into the floor, and keep breathing. Good. Now inhale, lower down. Good. Take a breath. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up one more time. Press those fingers in. Lift the chest up. Lift the head up. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Keep those elbows kind of moving forward. We don't want them going back towards the hips. We want those elbows moving forward and shoulder blades squeezing together. Pubic bone gently presses into the floor. Lower body slightly firm. We're going to exhale and lower all the way down. Stack your hands on top of each other. Rest your forehead on the hands. Curl the toes under and push the heels away from you. Let the knees lift up off the mat. Just a big stretch in that lower body. Good. Relax the feet. We're going to bend the knees and just let both feet go to the right, both feet go to the left. Just kind of windshield wipering those feet side to side. Kind of loosens up the low back and the hips a little. Good. Bring the knees to center. Bring the feet down to the mat. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Lift up into table and shift back into child's pose. Big toes barely touching, knees separate apart. Stack your hands on top of each other. Rest your forehead on the hands. A couple nice breaths here. Into the shoulders, into the ribs, into the low back. Good. And then come back up to hands and knees table. we're going to go into thread the needle pose. So we've got our wrists under our shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to inhale, right arm out to the right, turn to the right, little stretch. Exhale, right hand to the mat. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, right arm out to the right, look to the right. Exhale, right hand to the mat. 1 more. Inhale, right arm out to the right, and then exhale. Now we're going to thread this right arm through the left side. You're going to bring right shoulder down to the floor, right side of the head down to the floor. Right palm is up. Now we're going to take the left hand and press the fingertips into the floor, kind of like we did for that chisel cobra, and that elbow lifts. So kind of working our left shoulder in one way and our right shoulder in the other way. Couple big breaths here. Tailbone lifting up towards the ceiling. So we're not trying to round the back, we've got a little curve in that low back. Big breaths into the shoulders, so it's a little twist as well. Bring that left palm back down to the mat. Take a nice inhale, you're going to lift yourself up, back into hands and knees table. 3 cat breaths. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. 1 more. Exhale, round. Tuck the chin. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Come to neutral. We're going to take our thread the needle to the other side. So inhale, left arm out to the left, turn to the left. Exhale, left hand to the mat. We'll take 2 more of those. Inhale, left hand out to the left. Exhale, left hand to the mat. Last one. Inhale, left arm up. And now exhale, we're going to thread that left arm through the right side. Left shoulder comes down, left side of the head comes down, left palm is up, and then just press right fingertips into the floor. Lift that right elbow up, a couple big breaths. Into the shoulders, into the low back, into the belly. Good. Now press your right palm into the floor. Nice inhale is going to lift you all the way up to hands and knees table. Take a little free form movement. So you can rock side to side, forward and back. You can bend the elbows. Any little movement, if there's a place that needs a little stretch or a little movement into it. Good. And then we're going to come into a double thread the needle. So I'm going to face this way so that you can see. So we're going to be in that hands and knees table. I'm going to come down, I'm going to bring my right elbow down in the middle and left elbow in front of the right. Both palms are up. And then just bring your forehead down and try to lean back a little bit into the hips. Big stretch in the shoulders. Good. Come forward. We're going to bring the right hand out, left hand out. Good. And then we're going to take it the other way. So I'll go back so you can see the view sideways. So we're wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. This time, the left elbow is going to come down in the middle. The right elbow will come in front of it. Both palms are up. Tuck your chin a little bit and then lean back into the hips a little bit. Big stretch in that upper back and shoulders. Big breaths. Good. Come forward. Bring the left hand out, right hand out. Shift back into child's pose. A couple breaths. Wobble hips and shoulders a little side to side. Good. Make your way up to seated. We're going to swing the feet around in front of us. We'll take a few seated cat breaths. So the knees bent, feet out in front of you, hands on the knees. We're going to inhale, sit tall. Let those shoulders slide down, little arch in the low back. And then exhale, we're going to round back. Arms go straight, tuck the chin, pull your belly button in. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, round back. So just doing this movement forward and back, a seated cat at your own pace with your breath, trying to get movement in these 2 opposite directions, a rounding of the spine and a lengthening of the spine. Good. Next time you're sitting tall, stay tall. We're going to come down onto our elbows for our last pose. So coming down to the elbows, you're going to stretch the legs out. We're going to go into a modified fish pose. So feet together, toes up towards the ceiling, palms on the floor, elbows on the floor. press the backs of the legs into the floor, elbows and palms press into the floor. Start to press sits bones, hips down into the floor, and arch the low back, arch the mid back, arch the upper back away. The chin can lift a little, or you can look straight ahead, whatever feels good to the neck. So keep those sits bones pressing into the floor, legs pressing into the floor, toes up towards the ceiling, elbows press, and squeeze those shoulder blades together, and we're arching the back. So this is fish pose, modified fish pose. Nice and slow, we're going to start to lower the back down, come all the way down onto your back, hug the knees into the chest. We're going to roll side to side. Good. Bring the knees to center. Use your abdominals. We're going to bring feet down to the mat. One at a time. Stretch the legs out. Arms at your side, palms up. Tuck the chin a little bit. Create a little length in the back of the neck. We'll tuck the shoulders under a little bit. Lengthen the arms down by your side. Legs relax, arms relax. A few belly breaths. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, let the belly fall. So nothing else to do. We're done with our little shoulder, upper back relief practice. And we're just letting everything relax for a moment. Trying to hold no tension anywhere in the body. Anywhere you feel some tension, make a little adjustment, or breathe, send the breath to that part, or just become aware that a part you're holding a little tension. Sometimes once you just become aware of it, it starts to relax. It starts to let go and soften. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Just a few more breaths here, letting everything neutralize, harmonize, and relax. And then wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Let's bend the knees, feet on the floor, roll over onto your side, either side. Use your strong arms, come up nice and slow, all the way up to seated. Sit comfortably, tailbone moves back slightly, heart lifts slightly, palms come together in front of the heart. And this ends our practice today. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And if you liked it, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, share it with someone who you think might benefit from some upper back relief. And check out some of my other videos for aches and pains, body for body relief. And we'll see you next time. Bye.